Should I say okay to that?
Hello, hello! Isang muling mapagpalayang gabi sa ating lahat. At narito po muli kami, si AJ ng Pajedi and DPC. And we are now at Patok episode 89. Welcome po sa lahat and don't forget po sa ating mga kababayan at ka-fellow advocate and stakeholders tonight, please share and subscribe on our YouTube channel para po matulungan nyo kami to lobby online at mapakalat po ang ating mensahe in regards to the raising awareness about divorce. At ngayon, meron po tayong guest, and I would just like to introduce her as well. Okay, sa mga kapwa natin Divorce Pilipinas Coalition, so join us sa ating conversation and put your name kung saan man din kayo nanggaling and as well as your greeting. Yan. Okay, so our guest I would like to introduce is Miss Christine Sanchez and Miss Christine Marie Sanchez and is a registered nurse based in the United States. She married her first boyfriend at 19 and had 2 children, but the marriage ended in separation by age 22. At 29, she began a long-term relationship that culminated in marriage in the year 2020. Miss Christine experienced a lengthy and grueling process to legally end her first marriage due to the lack of divorce laws in the Philippines. And she said, no one should go through what I and many others go through just to be legally freed from a marriage that no longer works. Added that individuals should have the freedom to remarry and not be confined to a common law relationship without adequate rights. She passionately supports the passing of the divorce bill, stating, enough. It's about time the divorce bill is passed into law. So ayan po. And once again, good evening. Welcome po, Miss Christine, sa ating programa dito sa Pajedi Patok series.
Good evening. Yeah, I just want to share my experience, my personal experience from my separation. When a married woman becomes separated from her husband, she gets demoted in her standing with society. She's no longer regarded to be taken seriously compared to her counterpart wife living with her husband and children. She is considered damaged goods. At least that was how I felt when I was 22 with 2 children and separated from the husband I married at 19, okay, who was a first boyfriend. I say damaged goods because I have lost my right to demand marriage from whoever I was having a relationship with. I used to ask the Lord, why did you allow that I marry a man I will not end up growing old with? And after years, he gave me his response and the response was, because I love you so much. I didn't want your children to become illegitimate. And I was grateful and content with that answer. But it also made me see how damaging, not only for the woman, but to her children as well, to grow up wondering why this man that my mother is with could not marry her. Is she not worth marrying? As with my case, my children was spared that pain. But then again, they had to grow up wondering, why is my mother with this new man? And for so many years at that, and yet not married to him. Even if he was single, of course, they found out later on, as they grew older, that it was not an option for her or for this man who seems to be by her and their side through thick and thin, because divorce was not an option. There is a stigma attached to being separated and not having the option to have a loving husband and father to one's children. The option of not having divorce produces brokenness of wives, husbands, and children. Ironically, I think the option of divorce will, if anything, preserve families more, heal the brokenness of homes, living in pretense of being in a marriage. Divorce can fill up this gap. It will open the door to a more mature and committed relationship through marriage, where the true meaning of family is based on. I have seen people, men or women alike, who use the statement preservation of family, sanctity of marriage, to disguise their hypocrisy. Where philandering husbands would womanize left and right, not support their family and children, nor the mistress financially, emotionally, and would keep their seemingly stance in society because they were not divorced. So that's
Wow.
why, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am, for the statement, no, with regards to the divorce experience as well as yung mga pangyayari dito sa Pilipinas that not having a divorce. Before I ask some of my questions that I have prepared, I would just like to greet po ang ating mga kababayan na nasa YouTube channel natin from Cindy Baya. Good evening po, ma'am, from Bulacan. And Vargas Books, hello from Luzon. And Ibiang Gala, hi from Riyadh. And hello kay JJ Com TV. Thank you guys. And thank you Kuya Edgar. Good evening watching from Pasig City. Join us guys hanggang sa end of the program and join sa conversation. Don't forget to also share our episode tonight. And we are on episode 89 and we titled this Enough. Bakit nga ba enough ang pamagat na napili natin ngayong gabi at mula sa ating bisita na si Ma'am Christine Marie Sanchez, no? We are going to ask, ano nga ba ang pinagdaanan niya before and after and during the divorce process? So, kung yung mga katanungan natin, para meron na rin tayong awareness. Ayan, Sir Paul Rojas watching from Pasig City, thank you for joining tonight. Okay. Ayan. And okay. So, Ma'am Christine, I would like to just go back to the very beginning, no? Although, let's say if you're not comfortable, you let me know. We move on to our next. That's fine. Um, During the time po you mentioned sa ating intro tsaka sa inyong mensahe with regards to bakit po kayo napunta na or nag-opt to have a divorce or let's say nag-ano po muna kayo nag-separate. What led to separation that led to divorce? Kahit summary na lang.
Yeah. I got married very young, 19, and was very much in love. And so, it was all that I wanted during that time, a happy family life with a loving husband. Gusto ko ng successful na marriage, sana. But we were young, and, when you're young, because marriage needs maturity and commitment. So, we were so young that time and we didn't have that. Kaya umabot sa separation. Not legally, separation lang.
And you had children
And
in that marriage?
yes, I had 2 children. So, yun.
And then after that po, how long ang inyong separation before po kayo nag-file for divorce or nag-try po muna kayo ng annulment?
Hindi Kasi, before you can file for annulment, unang-una, dapat yung family mo supported by you din. And hindi naman ako. Nobody really believed in annulment. Plus, you need resources to do that. And I
Yeah.
was 19 nung hiwalay ako. Hindi ba?
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
in school. So, it didn't really happen until I left for the US.
How
As,
old were you when you went to the US?
alam mo, late na ako umalis I
Okay.
was late. And so, but then again, that was one of the reasons why I also left was because may iba naman yung buhay ko, diba? And also my children. So, I was blessed to be able to do that in the US. And also, I had a partner for a long, long time.
Anong pagdating niyo na sa US ito po?
Hindi. Dito pa lang sa Philippines, boyfriend ko na siya, although we didn't really live together. 30 years kaming boyfriend.
Wow.
So
So
he would go,
talaga. Siya yung
oo,
the one.
oo, pero hindi ka mapakasalan, di ba? Walang
Yeah.
divorce. Nangyari pa nga ang masama, siya naging kabit ko kasi single siya
Wow.
Ako yung married
Oo, totoo. Yun sila nga yung matatawag na kabit. Pero
Oo.
matagal na rin naman ang hiwalay.
Ano?
Pero kahit nahiwalay ka na 'no, and then you have your second chance, nagkaroon ka ng relationship,
Yes.
matatawag pa rin silang kabit kahit na ikaw ay hiwalay na doon sa una.
Ayun na nga eh, kasi nga hindi ka naman pwedeng pakasalan, di ba?
How was your experience that time po na you have a boyfriend? Was there stigma? Was it, parang prominent?
Oo.
Was
Well, yun ang yun ang pakiramdam ko ever since, I became separated. May stigma talaga attached to you eh. 'Di ba? Kasi hiwalay ka eh. Hindi ka people I noticed that when you're single, when you're a single parent, if you compare yourself to a married woman who has a seeming, may family talaga, hindi masyadong magwe-weigh yung standing mo eh, because something is wrong, you're broken. They know she's broke. Walang asawa eh. Diba? People will not take you seriously compared to a married woman. Diba? Ang standing mo na-demote ka eh. Had
lalo
I,
na
had I
relate
had, oo, lalo na bata ka. But kahit na bata ka, hindi ka bata, hiwalay ka sa asawa mo, andyan yung stigma.
yeah.
Unlike if you had a partner beside you, a husband beside you, ay ba ang tingin ng society sa'yo? Pwede kang paniwalaan, may boses ka, mas may boses ka.
Mm.
Mas respetable ka. And I'm not even talking about because it's our culture. Because makikita mo rin yan sa ibang bansa eh. Yung
May ganun
hiwalay, di ba? Hiwalay, single parent, di masyadong siniseryoso. Kaysa yung may asawa, may pamilya, may anak. So may stigma ka. Imagine if there's no divorce, I have to live until one of us dies. Hindi ba? I have to live with that stigma. And attached to my stigma is my children have that stigma as well. Lalo
oo.
na pag nagkakaisip na, di ba? Naiintindihan na nila.
How were they when sabagay maliliit pa sila nung kayo ay nagkahiwalay, ano po 'no?
Oo.
Ah, are
Madali.
they oo, maayos rin po ba yung did you have siguro ang tanong ko dito basically is, nagkaroon ba kayo ng co-parenting ng tatay ng mga anak niyo po? How was the relationship between the kids and the father?
Co-parenting, the father was financially supportive. But hindi naman talaga masyadong parenting because he also had his other
Um,
family. So
Other family.
it was actually my mother-in-law who was trying to take his place. Parang
Pro
sinasagot niya yun.
providing.
Providing yung emotional,
Ah,
being there for my children. So I had her, you know.
ah. So, depende rin po talaga ano. So, yeah, maraming naggo-go through, eh, 'no? Importante rin yung pamilya rin sa kabila with regards to the children kahit papaano, eh, napunan. Kaya lang hindi, eh, kailangan pa rin yung father's role sa mga anak. Pero wala tayong magagawa kung tayo ay nagkahiwalayan na, 'no? Pero very rare or, very few ang magkasundong ganyan para lang sa mga anak. Yeah, lalo na kung may iba ng pamilya.
Oo, oo. Yeah.
So, with regards to that ma'am, you went to the US kasama agad ang mga anak or hindi or paunti-unti?
Hindi. My other son is a nurse too, so he's with me, but not right away, you know. And then I went late. I went there late. So
Hmm,
most of yung hinagpis ko as being a single mom was in the
sa
Philippines.
Philippines.
Oo. So I was like a mother and a father to them, 'di ba? Until I was thinking, ayoko muna umalis kasi I want to live with them. Nung
Right.
malalaki na, but like, I realized later on, sana pala noon na lang ako umalis. When they were younger.
Oo.
Mm.
And, so nakarating po kayo ng States after nung being solo parent, pero for sure that is really tough kasi at that time, hindi pa gano'n kalawak ang batas ng solo parent ano. More on stigma lang tayo parang, "Kasalanan niyo 'yan." Parang gano'n ang nangyayari, eh, but besides sa word na kasalanan natin yon, wala namang maitutulong yung society na napaka-judgmental with regards to especially sa solo moms at naabuso pa kasi minsan ito po yung karanasan or mga naranasan ng ating mga solo moms po na 'pag nalaman na solo moms ka minsan ano yun, naaabuso in a sense na, "Oh, ano 'to, kailangan ng tatay." So magkukunwaring they are caring for you but they're really not. Kasi
Mm.
kaya dahil sa napapaglaruan. And ang sad pa nito minsan married men ang, nag-aabuso sa mga solo mom.
Oo, I
'Di
believe
ba?
you. Oo. Kasi ano feeling nila,
Walang
hindi,
habol.
walang accountability.
Yes, that's the right one. So, transparency, accountability, wala talaga. And, so okay,
And dahil
tuloy
nga wala rin divorce more than anything else about these married men who, womanize and all, and even pretend that they are in a whole family. Happy family pala, babaero and all that.
oo.
Hindi naman, madaming ganun They pretend to be good people, good
Outside,
members
yeah,
of
pati nga
society.
appearances, yeah,
Pero kabit kaliwat kanan, di ba?
totoo.
So, pero kung may divorce, hindi. The wife can say, i-divorce kita.
Mm,
Diba? And then you'll be accountable. Kasi sa divorce, like in America, susuportahan mo ko. Iba pa yung suporta mo sa mga anak mo. So
ayun.
maingat din sila,
Kasi
you know.
mayroong paangil yung batas. Yun yung maganda, right?
Oo.
Yeah.
Oo. At saka,
Um,
the difference is, because there's divorce, I feel, now that I'm in the US, I feel like they really prioritize the children first and then the women through divorce. Diba?
yeah,
Sobrang huling-huli na nga yung lalaki kasi yun ang inuuna nila yung mga weak diba?
exactly.
Yung mga tingin nilang pwede talagang abusuhin.
Meron din po ba ma'am na let's say kahit huling-huli na yung lalaki pero kasi meron ding mga battered husbands,
Oo,
'no?
yeah.
So, are they
Oo,
also cared for? Parang natitingnan din ba yung mga sitwasyong ganyan? Or
oo,
meron din konting stigma kasi dapat ang lalaki strong, macho?
oo. Oo, so like when I talk about divorce, it's not just for the women's sake, di ba? It's also, kasi ang mga babae nanlalalaki din di ba?
Totoo. They're cheaters din, 'di ba? I mean,
Oo.
at least there's balance, with regards to the
And
divorce.
there are women too who pretend like they're in a happy family to keep that status. Pero yung pala, ang daming kalokohan din ginagawa. Diba?
Would you say
And,
it's
and oh,
one side, so both sides, walang lamang. It just so
hindi,
happens,
wala.
diba? It just so
Wala.
happens ang kababaihan by population.
Yes. Ang
So,
kawawa yung bata, diba? Wala ka ng option. So, ang nanay mo broken, tatay mo broken, ikaw din, lalo ka na.
yeah.
'Di ba? Wala nang chance to have a whole family. 'Yun ang totoo nun, 'di ba? So, it's not true that divorce will destroy the preservation of family. In fact, who knows? Takot sila. So, they will work on it more. They will be more honest with each other because there's a threat of divorce. Hindi ka pwedeng lolo-loko. Ayusin mo sarili mo, 'di ba? Mas maging totoo ka. Because now the wife can say no, I want divorce. Or any of the parties can say no, I deserve a better, my children and myself deserve a better life than this. 'Di ba? You're empowering everybody. And so, kasi kung wala kang choice, hindi ba? Wala kang choice. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Wala kang choice. You will settle for less.
At saka, ano pa yung, di ba we are in a democratic country. So we should have this choice, no? Given choice. Hindi yung nakakulong tayo sa batas na kung hindi na gumagana ang isang relationship.
Oh,
Yun.
let's not hide behind that hypocrisy to preserve the family. Preserve the family. Are you really preserving the family?
Nasaan yung sanctity?
Warak-warak na yung 'di ba? Yung asawa, napakapakan na, wala nang may stigma, ang mga anak mararamdaman yun. Ang nanay mo nag-aalaga sa'yo. Very broken, di ba? Wala nang option dito. Buti na lang, nakaalis ako sa Pilipinas because walang divorce. Wala, oh. Ano kaya nangyari sa akin? Hanggang ngayon, ganun ako, mukha akong kawawa. Hindi pala ako pwedeng pakasalan. And my children maybe eventually will lose respect, di ba? Hindi ka pala pwedeng pakasalan. Sinasamahan mo yan. O tama ba yun?
Siguro, ma'am, especially your children loves you, no? They will understand that since sa Pilipinas tayo, there really is no option. I mean, we have plenty of stakeholders who are stuck here. Siyempre, ngayon, kaya ito ay pinaglalaban po natin na hopefully, in Congress natin makamit.
Oo.
Before we go to the next one, ma'am, I'll just read some of the conversation or rather comments natin sa ating YouTube. Sabi po ni Sir Ed Durano, or rather, sabi po Mary for Divorce, good evening, co-stakeholders and co-advocates watching from Parañaque City. And kay Ed Durano, sabi po niya, many women in the Philippines are advocating for an absolute divorce law because they see it as a crucial step towards achieving greater equality, safety, and personal freedom. Maraming salamat for that, Kuya Edgar. And Sister Cindy, mahirap talaga, napaka-judgmental ng society, which is really sad, totoo. And sabi naman po ni Kuya Edgar, it reflects a growing recognition that a more modern and compassionate legal framework is needed to address the realities of marriage and divorce in contemporary Filipino society. Salamat Kuya Edgar. And Vargas Books, may tanong po siya, ma'am. It's up to you if you want to answer that later. Sabi po niya, did you become a U.S. citizen? How long did it take for you to gain a naturalized citizen? Okay, and next, MSP TV, divorce not only teaches discipline, it also instills accountability. Salamat. And sabi ni Vargas book, if divorce is available in the Philippines, married people will be more careful about how they behave as married. They can't fool around the technicalities of annulment and legal separation loopholes. Tama. And Emmeline, good evening. She's from Kawit, Cavite. And MSP TV, Miss Christine, divorce being legal in the Philippines will teach real discipline to married couples on how to behave. And lack of divorce lessens discipline in the Filipino family. And from Paul Rojas, one of the solo moms ay sinasabihan ng ex niya na ayan, ito, 500 pesos para sa buong buwan. Na yan ha, mga hampas lupa. Ay, ang tindi, no? Grabe ang kanilang pananalita. Saan yan, Sir Paul? Nako, dapat kasuhan pagka ganyan. Kulang. Ang Cindy Baya, nagagamit din kasi yan, lalo na hindi na pwedeng pakasal, kaya nag-aabuso yung mga naabuso ang mga babae. Naaanakan, tapos naghahanap ulit ng mabibiktima. So, sad lang sa ating society. Miss Christine, ano po yung masasabi niyo sa kanilang mga input sa ating discussion ngayon?
Okay. So, una, yung question, am I a US citizen? Yes, I am a US citizen. It takes a nurse 5 years before you can become citizen.
Oh, ayan.
And then, tama lahat ng mga comments, di ba? Just like what I said. So, hindi one of a kind yung experience ko. It's a common experience of a lot of women and men who get separated and have no option for divorce. Pareho lang ang kwento natin, di ba? Iba-ibang version, pero iisa yung plot.
Exactly. Kailangan talaga
And our children, yun ang masakit, kasama ang mga bata.
Tanong ko lang, ma'am, how were they sa separation as they were growing up and you being a solo mom sa Philippines? Yung kanilang mental health, sila na-apektuhan na sana hindi ka nakipaghiwalay at the time, or dahil sa sobrang you are so much around in their lives, hindi naman nun na-notice, napunan yung kakulangan.
Well, to start with, bata ako. Okay, I wasn't mature enough to be with my children 24/7 or lahat ng kakulangan ng dalawang magulang na pinupuno. Hindi ko kayang ibigay. Okay? Although like in any stage in our lives, I also believe that parents, you give your best all the time at the time when you're there. So, ito yung best mo. I believe I gave my best. Okay? And hindi pwedeng ang bata hindi mararamdaman. Mararamdaman. Alam niya yon na may nangyayari. In fact, my son, I had at a very young age, kasi open, the girlfriend of the dad, nakikita doon sa biyanan ko. And also, eventually, they were open to it. Eventually, nakikita din yung boyfriend ko. But when the girlfriend of the dad became pregnant, one time he went home and he told me the girlfriend of the dad got pregnant. And he said he heard is pregnant. And he said, I don't know how can dad do that to us. Okay. And he was very young, like 5 years old. No, siguro a little older, about 7. And I said, you know what? And I always saw to it na pagtatanggol ko yung tatay nila because mga anak ko lalaki. And I don't know why I cannot badmouth because also he was a good provider. Okay. So, ang sinabi ko lang sa anak ko, your dad and I, we're not together because we cannot live together. Doesn't mean we don't love you or that we don't love each other. It's just that we cannot live together. Like kayong magkapatid, di ba? Sometimes you fight. Ganun lang, ko. Pero, at that very young age, alam niya na mali. Bakit nabuntis yun? Di ba? And how did he do this to us? It was like, na-traidor siya. Di ba? At a very young age. And I told him, please don't tell your brother that because he cannot understand. They know. Hindi mo pwedeng shield sila eh. Sad to say, kasi any parent would want to shield their children from any kind of pain. Kahit nga lamok, di ba? Kung pwede lang, di ba? So,
Totoo kahit lamok, totoo yan. And ma'am, so, with regards to that, nung nakapunta na po kayo ng US, let's talk about, if you don't mind, yung process. How was that? Kasi syempre, all of us are curious naman, no? So yung iba they may have some knowledge, but how was the process sa US?
Divorce? Mahirap pa yung mas mahirap pa yung sumakay ka ng jeep sa Quiapo. Diba? Napakadali. You file it. First, of course, there's a required number of residency. In some states, it's like 2 years, And then you fill up the paperwork and then may portion na papadala sa ex mo that he has to sign. But actually, wala naman kasi siya sa Amerika. So whether or not he signs, mag-grant yung divorce ko. It's a no-fault divorce.
Okay. Yeah.
So, meaning, wala naman kaming anak na maliliit. Wala rin kaming properties na pag-aawayan sa Amerika. Hindi ba? So, pero we ended up to be friends. Up to now, he's my friend. And he's the friend of my husband. Yeah, they became friends eventually. Only because, alam mo ba, 30-some years naman na nagkikita kayo sa bahay ng biyanan mo, sa reunion, sa ano na lang. And I think it's because wala nang bitterness eh. Di ba? Parehong. Kasi kaya nga, you see, that's why I said divorce can restore families. It's not true to break them. No. Because then, my children, when they were growing up, kita nila, yung tito nila, at yung daddy nila, hindi sila nag-aaway Mukhang okay naman sila. Di ba? And yung new wife nung ex-husband, we're good. Because what for? Ba't kayo mag-aaway pa? Wala kayong pag-aawayan. Wala na kayong pag-aawayan eh. Diba? So that's why you see divorce can heal your wounds. It can make you whole again. A whole person again. Because ito, proof I am worth marrying. I can have a happy family. It's just so sad it didn't work for us. But kaya kawawa rin yung ama ng mga anak ko because They cannot marry. They're here in the Philippines. You see? They cannot. Pero they've been very supportive with each other. You see? I think, walang bitterness eh. Wala na yung pain, wala na yung bitterness, wala na. You see?
So at least at both sides nakapag-move on, and at the same time parang barkada na rin yung dating. And it also doesn't mean na we had the mockery of marriage, no? Dahil sa
No.
yung iba, yun ang sasabi ko na kung nag-divorce na daw, huwag na raw mag-asawa. Ewan ko anong mentality po yan dito sa Pilipinas na may mga ganong comment.
Bakit? Bakit hindi? Samantalang yung iba kasal na, ang daming asawa. Hipokrito kasi, di ba? That's what I mean.
Really
Ang
sad.
daming hipokrito kasi. Di ba? Huwag nang mag-asawa pero ang dami niyong kabit.
Tapos dami sa labas. Yeah.
Ang dami anak sa labas, nakawawa naman, di ba? Hindi niyo na-offeran yung mga nanay nila ng kasal. Di ba? Kasi you want to pretend that you're in a happy marriage when really you're not. Kaya nga nang bababae, may spill over, di ba? Hindi ka happy.
Yeah, yun lang. Really, really sad. Sabi po ni MSP TV, there's a reason why many Filipinos who take up U.S. citizenship renounces Filipino citizenship. That's the issue of divorce. With that, Ma'am Christine, yung inyo po bang, so si ex pala ay U.S. citizen na rin or retain the Filipino? Filipino pa rin siya.
Who? Sino?
Si ex ninyo.
Oh, hindi. Filipino siya.
So,
In fact, when I left for the US, I actually offered him, if you want to go to the US, you're still my husband in paper. You can bring, if later on you can bring your girlfriend with you there eventually. Kasi hindi pa naman tayo divorce.
okay,
Diba?
so,
Pero once dumating ako doon, di-divorce talaga kita. Natawa siya eh. Kaya hindi rin niya ako pinahirapan, nag-sign din agad. Pero it doesn't matter if he signed or not. Kasi nga, no fault divorce naman. Filipino siya, hindi naman siya sumama sa Amerika eh.
So, how is it sa kanya ngayon? So, since you're divorced and you are a U.S. citizen, syempre, applicable yan. But did you give him the copy para ma-recognize niya as a foreign divorce? So that he can marry his girlfriend?
You know what? He has a copy of my divorce. Ang problema nga, paano siya mag-aasawa? Wala naman divorce dito.
Yun nga po sabi nila, take that of the foreign divorce decree and then pa-recognize niya po sa korte. And then, nga lang, ang sabi nila, same cost or about same cost ng annulment. But he can take it. He can take it to court to be recognized.
To be recognized. To be recognized and then pwede na siya mag-asawa? And then he can get married?
Diba?
That's good.
Pero kailangan niya pong mapa-recognize. Meron po rito comment, Katie Navarro. Please pass divorce law. We deserve a second chance. We deserve a better life. Kung wala ng pagmamahal sa bawat isa, let go na. At kinabukasan na lang ng mga anak ang iisipin. And from Cindy, divorce will give us a second chance in life to be able to move forward. And from Paul Rojas, Mana Mari, what makes it no fault divorce? And then Zeth Dilatore watching live from Hong Kong. And tayo ko po yung dalawa later on. Please answer po siguro if it's okay with you. Mana Mari, what makes it no fault divorce from Sir Paul Rojas?
No fault divorce means wala kayong pinag-aawayan na custody kasi wala naman kayong maliit na anak. Diba? Wala rin kayong pinag-aawayan na properties kasi hindi naman siya pumunta sa Amerika at property na pag-aawayan pa namin o paghahatian. So, no fault talaga. Yun, that's what it means.
Sorry. Properties na nasa US and kung mayroong children.
Minor na custody,
Okay. Na minor.
wala kaming ganun dahil tagal nga, di ba?
So, okay, that's actually reasonable. Very reasonable. Yeah. And then, how long did it take you po? Like, did it take months? Or like,
So finally I filed and then dali lang eh. Siguro hindi na nga I think dumating din yung paper na kaagad. But like maybe less than 6 months.
ano,
Papapunta ka lang sa court and then meron kang hearing date and then nandun ka. Sabi pa nga ng judge sa akin, so why only now? I said, because there's no divorce in the Philippines. Kasi 30 years eh, di ba? Ang tagal eh.
syempre nakita
And then,
nila.
okay, I will grant you your divorce. May nagpalakpakan pa nga eh.
Ay, grabe.
And then
Masarap
tapos na. And then papakopy mo na lang yung mga kuha ka ng ilang copies for you.
How did you feel nung natatak ka, nabigyan ka na ng paper and copy?
Oh, happy ko. Parang wow, freedom. At last.
Nakakatuwa, may pumalakpak.
May wala pa kasi 30 years. How long have you been separated? Sabi ko 30 years. Why only now? Because there's no divorce in the Philippines. Yung sinabi ko. Well, I will grant you your divorce. Sabi niya. Tapos tinatakan niya yung papel.
That is really, really, siguro naman, there's something na ito ay pag-iisipan ng ating mambabatas. Kasi, imposible naman na mali ang mga judges doon sa ibang bansa or mali yung mga mambabatas na nag-propose nito, na tumutulong sa atin. There should be something na mapag-isipan in this 19th Congress. Ito po sabi ni Paul Rojas, is it only that there are no properties to divide or children to support na maituturing no fault? Ayan, nasagot na po natin kanina. Kay Vargas po, did you went to US in secrecy? Did your ex file legal separation? I think nasagot na yan ng iba ni Ma'am Christine, but she can
I
go back.
left. Oh,
Go ahead, ma'am.
I left the Philippines as a nurse, employment-based petition. So I left on a green card.
Ayan, so very legal, hindi secrecy. And
Legal, very, very legal.
iwalay na kayo ng matagal na bago ka pa nakapunta ng state. Tama?
Tama.
So, hindi siya the same roof. Wala na sila. Matagal na silang hiwalay. And sabi ko ni Sir Paul Rojas, how much did it cost you? If you don't...
Ang mura. Parang if I remember right, parang 350. Wala mang $1,000 eh.
How long? I mean, what year did you...
No, that wasn't so long ago. Like, hindi ko masyado maalala. Pero 2020,
For COVID?
siguro 2016, mga ganyan siguro. 15.
Wow.
Hindi mahal ang divorce doon. Hindi yung totoo kasi ano lang naman I just filed the paperwork. Nagkakamahalan, I think, is because pag pinag-aawayan na nila yung mga gumagamit na sila ng maraming lawyers just to, akin to yung property na to, tsaka yung mga mayayaman, And then they have to fight over properties and children, custody, alimony, alam mo yun, child support, all that.
So, dyan tatagal at dyan din mamahal.
At saka pag hindi siya nagsasign. Yung alam mo, may pinag-aaway, kaya lang naman tumatagal dahil nga yun. Yung properties and the children. And then, I have a cousin who filed for divorce and it took a long while because of property na ayaw i-sign no ex. Matagal. Until, ang tagal kasi ayaw niya i-sign eh. May pinag-aawayan pa kayong property. Alam mo paano nangyari? Binigay na lang niya. Yung bahay na siya ang kasi nurse din yun. Binigay na lang niya yung bahay. Sige, sa'yo na lang yun. Ganun. Ay, Tin, naghang. Ay na, buti na wala na siya. Salamat sa Diyos. Dita, Ding! Dita to! Siguro wala na. Ha? Dito. Ay, nandito na po. Nandito na pa. Wait na, meron na tayong bawang sibuyas.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back.
Ay! Oh, nawala.
So let me just check. Yes, okay, we're still live streaming. Apologies, my signal went down kasi may current bagyo po dito sa amin and yun na nga, umuulan dito sa I'm in Rizal at the moment. Humina siguro yung aking signal. So sorry about that. Okay, we're back. And kay Ma'am Christine, mayroon po rito mga comment besides the cause. Sabi ni Sir Robbie Oka from Singapore, yes to divorce, reinstitute divorce. And MSPTB may sabi rin niya, you really deserve that round of applause. Ayun, and I'll grant you your divorce is such a powerful statement. Yes, sana tayo rin, MSTV, TV, ano? And Robbie Oka, yes, from Singapore. Cindy Baya, ang saya naman ng ganun, very liberating. Sana nga makapasa na ang divorce sa Pilipinas. At Vargas, is it much better about no-fault divorce or no properties or children involved? Yan. Thank you, Paul. Yan, nawalan ako ng sound dahil yung aking signal ay naghang. Sorry about that. Thank you. And yes, going back to that experience, yun nga, parang na-imagine na rin namin, Ma'am Christine, no, na, ang tawag nito, na yung kasiyahan, may papalakpak. Siguro ganun din mangyayari sa atin, Cindy, MSP TV. Lahat tayo pupunta sa korte kung sino na yung naka-schedule, no? Baka magpapalakpakan po kaming lahat sa sobrang saya at magkakaroon ng celebration of freedom, civil freedom. Yeah, because this is a civil policy. What do you think, ma'am, about the anti-divorce? Na bakit sila hindi pa open sa ganon? I mean, we've talked about hypocrisy. Sana open yung kanilang eyes sa mga needs ng mga kababayan ngayon, lalo na maraming solo moms or solo dads who has been separated for a long time. At hindi naman lahat makapag-abroad, no? To avail of that civil freedom.
Yeah, I think some, aside from the hypocrisy, some truly believe that the Lord doesn't want divorce. But I don't believe that because even in the Bible, I just have to ask my pastor, anong scripture yon? Merong nakalagay na Jesus said, if your wife kasala sa'yo, pwede mo siya i-divorce. Diba? Pwede mo siyang iwanan. And I think the Lord also means if your husband, may kalokohan, pwede mo siya iwanan.
Yeah.
I don't think the Lord will want us to be bounded by a marriage that's not really working. I don't think the Lord will want us to suffer that way. Because because I don't think the Lord intended a family to be a place of brokenness and lahat na lang ng suffering nandyan. Hindi, dapat ang family, yung joy where you will find, your children will grow up. Pwede mo silang palakihin ng buo sila kasi buo ka rin.
Correct.
With the love of the Lord. Di ba?
I think you're right, Miss Christine, no? We can be Christian and still be and good parents to our children and be pro-divorce. No, kahit hindi natin kailangan, we can still support this bill, this concept to our country.
Yes.
And napag-usapan nga natin earlier on before we started our program na meron ng diborsyo sa Pilipinas long time ago, right? And yun nga ma'am, ang plano is once it has been passed, no, kasi we are very optimistic pa rin. And we will not give up lobbying for this, no? And once it has passed, nandito pa rin kami kasi kung na-repeal ito a long time ago, baka maaari ring mangyari. So, nandito na po kami na magbabantay para po sa batas na ito, para na rin sa kinabukasan ng ating mga kabataan and future. Ayan. And sabi rin ni Matthew, ano to? Matthew 19 verse 1 to 12 daw, ma'am, sabi ni
Matthew.
sabi niya,
Matthew 19,
opo. Matthew 19 verse 1 to 12 sabi niya.
1 to 12.
Oo. Tapos sabi ni Vargas, yes to divorce, no more playing around ng mga batas na puro butas. Yan, magaling na hugot yan. And Paul Rojas, yung current nyo raw po and yung ex nyo ay magkaakbay pa. They call each other pare. They're not only civil, they're friends.
That's
Ayan,
right.
kinakwento niya na rin po. And Sister Emmeline from Kawit, Cavite. Kapangalan po ni Miss Christine ang name ng bagyo natin ngayon.
Ibang spelling.
Uy, letter K naman yon. Letter C naman si Ma'am Christine. Ayun. And Kat Zam, if it's about sexual immorality, it is acceptable for a divorce in the Bible. Ayun. Tsaka, ano pa yung isa? Infidelity. Yan. And Vargas books, because God saw the behavior of people, He allowed it. Di ba sasabi nga nila na they hate it, but He allowed it. He did not, hindi naman niya sinabing magtiis ka dyan. Di ba? He did say have divorce. Ayun. Tapos, yes, Emmeline, yes to divorce, reinstitute divorce, free us. Hashtag divorce is my human right. And hashtag bagong henerasyon. Yes, bagong henerasyon na po tayo ngayon at patuloy po nating ipaglalabi ito, ano? At lalo na sa everyday, mga kababayan ko, para naman mas marami pang makaunawa o mamulat sa katotohanan na divorce is not evil. What is evil? At divorce doesn't destroy marriages, right? And it does not, hindi ito ang cause ng paghihiwalayan ng mga mag-asawa. And Paul Rojas, I think the proper interpretation there is that God hates abandonment, divorce without the proper documentation. Yon. And MSPTV, we pro-divorce Filipinos are true-blooded patriotic Filipinos. We just love our country at the end of the day. Yon. And sabi pa po ni Sir Paul, divorce when mentioned in the Bible always comes with the phrase with divorce bill. Tapos sa Ebyang Gala from Riyadh, sa Senate nananawagan po kami, isa batas na po sa Pilipinas ang divorce. Yan, we will, and ngayon po mag-open po ang Senate session ngayong first week, if I'm not mistaken, no? First week ng November. Yan, kasi naka-session break po sila. So, we're hoping na we will be able to go in again to do courtesy calls or even lobby and submit our papers to follow up para sa second reading. Ayan. Opo, letter K ang bagyo. Si Emmeline talaga. And Ebyang, yes to divorce and divorce is my human right. Ayan. Ayun. And time check po tayo. Maraming salamat ulit guys sa pagsasama sa amin dito. I would just like to remind everybody, no, while you are helping us, advocating as well with us online and on site, and some of us are in kind, no, we would like to remind that we are all voluntary here, and Divorce Filipinas Coalition as well as Pajedi are fueled by 100% voluntarism as well as small donations and of course mga skills na mga ambag-ambag natin para sa advokasiyang ito. And we are also thankful and grateful po sa ating sponsor ng Zoom kay Sir Alan Cuenca. Maraming salamat sa pagpo-provide ng platform na ito para po mapakalat pa or ma-inform ang ating mga kababayan with regards to divorce as well as sa paglalabi sa Senate and Congress or House of Representatives. Ayan, Ma'am Christine, before we finalize or we say good night, do you have any words of encouragement or words of wisdom para po sa ating mga kababayan and maybe words din sa Senado if you have any?
Yeah, I would like to address our leaders, in our country. Sana naman po, huwag na natin gamitin ito sa politiko. And you can actually show your love for the Filipino people if you will grant divorce. Papakita nyo na totoong mahal nyo kami, di ba? By granting divorce. Kasi yung ibang politiko, at marami, they want to use being anti-divorce, and because kasi Katoliko and kasi 'di ba ayaw ng Bible, kasi to preserve the family. Huwag niyo nang gamitin 'yon. Pakita na lang yung totoong pagmamahal niyo sa amin by passing this bill. Yeah? Kaya nga, enough, tama na, it's about time, the divorce bill is passed into law para naman we can have a brighter future. Look forward to something us and our children. So this is how you will show us that you really love us. Kasi gasgas na yung Tama na, di ba? Yeah.
Oo. So yes, as what Miss Christine has said, enough. No, it's time to pass or approve this divorce bill. As a civil policy, hindi naman po ito nakakaapak ng mga religious belief. I mean, Miss Christine is a Christian and her family is Christian, no? And so are we, lalo na dito sa ating mga karamihan po sa ating mga nag-comment kasama natin sa conversation ngayong gabi at karamihan sa mga stakeholders. But what we are asking for from our state, no, sa ating gobyerno, to look after us also sa ating mga marginalized sectors na nangangailangan po nito. Once again po, maraming salamat Miss Christine sa inyong pagpapaunlad, no?
Salamat.
And ayan. And once again sa ating mga kasamahan dito, don't forget po ang ating mga podcast, ang ating mga events, meron po tayong Bulacan meet and greet ng Divorce Pilipinas Coalition on the 27. And also meron din po tayong mga meet and greet sa Zoom din po for Bicol. Samahan niyo po kami. At ganun din, meron din po later on dito sa where is this? In Davao. Ayan, meron din po silang planong mga meet and greet. And sa Bicol po, let us check po with Sister Shay. Nangangalap po sila ng mga donasyon na tutulong po maski sa hot meals, no? Dahil nalubog or nabaha ang ilang mga lugar ng kanilang community. So, pakikiusap lamang tayo sa Divorce Pilipinas Coalition and those people who can help to send some para sa mga hot meals man lang para bukas at sa mga anak at sa mga maliliit na bata. Kung may mga donasyon, connect with Shay from Bicol. Ayan. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay Pilipinas. God bless Philippines. Thank you, Sister Emmeline, at sa mga kasama natin ngayong gabi. Maraming salamat po. Yeah, isang
Maraming
mapagpalang sa lahat.